should we say, because I read it somewhere, that 2025 is the last checkpoint before we split into a new reality? Is it the like literally the last call for the unawakened?
For awakening, yes, but we can't categorize this as this last call as this year. But the wave has awakened, and people have to awaken. So, not only this year, the next 20 years with Pluto in Aquarius is about a stage of awakening. And we've stepped out of the age of Piscean, which was the third dimension, and now we've stepped into the age of Aquarius, which is more of a feminine dimension. And also to add on to this, the age of Piscean was more of a masculine, more of an outside dimension. So anything outside you could kind of control you and check your reality. But now everybody is nudged to go on the inside, because the feminine world is the inside world, the Shakti, the dark side. So everybody has to go inside and embrace their dark side to bring out their light.
Okay. So we spoke about Mars in 2025. There's also this new buzzword that's coming up, which is called the New Earth, right? And we are seeing it everywhere. We are seeing businesses failing. We are seeing big establishments crumbling down, marriages ending, careers shifting. Is it a kind of, a teaser to the New Earth? And what exactly is New Earth? Like, is this for real, or this is a metaphysical concept that we're talking about here?
So, this new earth is basically an earth. So, when you understand it from a very transitional space, the vibrations of Mother Earth has raised from the 3D vibration to a 5D. The vibrations. So, Mother Earth is now vibrating at a different frequency, and it's a call for humanity to merge and embody that new frequency into their being. Now, for us to raise our consciousness to that new frequency, we have to let go of our old self. So currently there is a split of two earths. So there is the dark earth, the 3D earth, and the 5D earth, and plus there are a lot of souls in the transition of the 3D and the 5D. Like, and do you experience it? Like, sometimes you wake up and you're in a very old stuck paradigm. Sometimes you're in this new light world, and you're seeing that, you're pendulating between both. A lot of souls are. A lot of souls have transition, but we are estimating that towards the end of maybe the next 1 decade, a whole lot of humanity would have embraced the new earth. And that's where and it's a shift in consciousness. It's not like physical earth. So you cannot expect like earth as a planet splitting into two. No, it's a shift in consciousness. Please understand, we live in a multidimensional universe, and life exists in every dimensions. It's not that but most of the mass of humanity has a mandate to move into the 5D consciousness. So physical earth is not splitting into two, but consciousness. As of today, there are many human beings who are living even in the first dimensional consciousness, or the second dark consciousness. That's why they do the dark work, right? And they're not even aware that they're doing all of that. However, the light on the planet is getting more expansive, because as energy moves up, the light expands, more space, less time. Do you realize time is becoming very fluid?
Yes.
Right? Time is just running, because as consciousness moves up, space expands and time contracts. So fluidity of time, right? Past, present, future, everything showing up in the right now, in our dreams, lucid dreaming. So a lot is happening. Look at people, everybody's dreaming about past life, because karma is showing their karmic blueprint that was trapped in their root chakra now is opening up, and they're facing their own karma through their dreams, through timeline shifting, and so much happening. So there's more space available now because of this new dimension.
So does this mean, because you're saying that time is getting contracted, right? Does this mean that we'll be able to manifest faster and maybe instantly?
Manifestation, both negative and positive, is faster than 2-minute Maggie noodles.
In the new dimension. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
So you beware what you were asking for.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. And a lot of people are realizing this. Yeah. The negative and the positive is happening like this.
Possible that a lot of people have already shifted to the new consciousness, and that is the reason that they are experiencing all these financial breakthroughs, and they've met the soulmates and all, and a lot of people are still stuck there, and that's the reason they're still struggling.
So it's important we recognize that our soul also, or when you understand the whole quantum field, it exists in parallel timelines, and the theory of superposition states that a particles can stay in multi dimensions at the same time. Okay, so there could be, like, for example, if I'll just take an analogy or example. Let's say I've been working on my 3D and 5D transition since years. Now there's major parts of me that are in 5D, but there could be still few parts of me that are in 3D, fragmented pieces of me that are unhealed, right? So there could be a 30% of me integrated in 5D and 70% maybe in 3D still. So the 30% that's in 5D is getting the 5D results, but the 70% that's in 3D is getting this 3D results. So then I'm confused in my reality, what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And the transition is on, right? So, and it is like, it's a fast track. Currently, we are all on a fast track program. So the mandate in this year is जल्दी जल्दी से अपने unfragmented pieces 3D से heal करो और 5D में लेके जाओ, integrate करो. And then stay in 5D. 5D is like the heart and the throat consciousness, throat chakra consciousness. And it's a very airy dimension because it's air energy. Now, for us to stay there, we need a very strong container root chakra. So people who are not having a strong root chakra, they move up to the 5D and they collapse. Because, see, please understand, we are away from gravity. Now imagine making a building in the air without a foundation. It will collapse. Now, foundation chakra kaun sa? Root chakra. So for me, first to transit and stay in my 5D, I have to have a strong embodied root chakra to be rooted and grounded to gravity so that then my consciousness can stay in 5D.
Is it a possibility that a lot of people, without them even realizing it, has already transitioned? Can that happen?
I don't think without realizing, because a lot of souls are being born in 5D and staying there. And yeah, I mean, the new earth is already on us with the new rules. And it's like, the new earth is actually like a Satyug. It's going to be like a Satyug. Where humanity, we're all going to be one. Economy is going to be one. No financial discrepancies. So a lot is going to collapse this year for us to. This year is going to be a reset and a reboot for finances, for economy, for human emotions, for karma. Everything is going to be like reset, reboot means ground zero.
So if someone experiences that, where they have hit the ground zero in any of these parameters that you've spoken about, or maybe with the pure intention that, yes, I want to move to 5D, what should one do to be able to make that transition?
Number one, when you hit ground zero, do balle balle.
Because you've hit darkness.
You've seen the worst.
Yes.
Now start rebuilding yourself with a new level of awareness, consciousness, and I feel prayer.
Prayer? That'll work.
I mean, at least I can talk about myself. Every time I was hit to ground zero, and that happened many times. My transition started almost 35 years back, and as light workers, because there was a set of souls who went through this journey quite prior, because we had a mandate to take people ahead and guide them. So when I look back into my life, financially I hit ground zero. In my relationship, I hit ground zero. With my physical health, I hit ground zero. But all these three areas where I hit ground zero, because I had this awareness. And when I did not have awareness, prayer, the power of prayer gave me hope. And this feeling that there is one divine intelligence that's not going to let me crush down, surrendering to that divine power, it gave me immense faith. And you bounce back like a new version of you then. So it's like this, again, the story of the phoenix bird. You go and crumble into your own ashes, but you come out as a new version of you, into a new paradigm, a new earth, a new frequency.
How does one make sure that they are actually, they're not falling back in the same trap? Like, because you said that, a lot of people move and then they fall down. How do we make sure every day that, I'm not going to get back into the matrix, like you say?
So, you have to change your patterns. See, because this entire game is a balance of the soul and the mind, or the brain and the heart. Our mind is a programmed device that has all our old patterns. So we were programmed to be victims. We were programmed to be sufferers. We were programmed to do a lot of drama and trauma with our negative. So when this is happening, keep your mind patterns aside and come from a much more higher faculty. That's your heart. Your heart or your soul is a bigger faculty. So then here you have to, then with the power of prayer, meditation, breath work, you make your soul a higher faculty than your mind. And that is when you can feel safe that now my soul is going to drive my journey and not my mind programs. See, please understand, our mind is only a self-preservation device that only knows fear. Right? So every time you're feeling fear, you're feeling like cooking up stories that I will crush, that's your mind taking over. That's why you got to take a deep breath and allow your soul to take over the journey. So this awareness that I need to build up my soul as a bigger muscle than my mind and let my soul then dominate my mind. Because mind only knows limited known world. And my possibility that I'm going to create is in the unknown world, beyond the matrix. So every time I've come into the matrix, I have to know that my mind has taken over. I have to move out of it. And
Right. What's the probability that a lot of people won't make it to the shift?
I cannot say, because I believe the shift is for everyone. Until each one of us doesn't shift, this is not going to stop. We may fall down many times. We may die and come back in another lifetime. But I think eventually, let's say 2 decades from now, 3 decades, maybe many more thousand years, I don't know. Maybe we might not see it. But the shift is on. And see, we're talking about something so infinite, the universe. And it's so intelligently designed. And we are only a speck of consciousness within this whole matrix of time space, right? So I think the shift is for everyone.
Interesting. So are we also going to see, until those people make it to the shift and have transitioned successfully, anyone who is not transitioned, are we going to see them disappearing from our lives and maybe then, reconnecting once they're...
Absolutely, yes. Because see, please understand, everything in the universe exists on frequencies. Now, if you move to 91.8, right, from 90, so all the people at 90 are there, so you moved out of their frequency, right? So आपकी जिंदगी में अभी 90 का गाना बजेगा ही नहीं ना, 91.8 का गाना बजेगा. So new people, new reality, new paradigm, new frequency. Yeah. And yeah, if they then choose to move up and suddenly one day after 10 years or 8 years, they move to 91, and you'll meet them back there with a new version of themselves.
Yeah, they'll also be changed people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ramon, for this conversation. Every time you come, you give us something that we are like, okay, abhi ye to is episode mein hum cover hi nahi kar paaye, and we want to ask more. Every time we hold a conversation with you, it's just pleasant, it's insightful, it's revelatory, it's shockers for a lot of people. But thank you so much for always opening your heart and sharing whatever you have and giving it to us. And I really hope that with this episode, people are more prepared for 2025 and they utilize that energy and deconstruct everything that's not working for them and move to the higher consciousness. So thank you so much. Always a pleasure hosting you.
Thank you so much for having me over. I really had fun.
Thank you. And for everyone else who if you guys have stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching it. We really hope that today's episode has helped you in understanding what exactly is happening with you and around the world. So we hope that today, whatever takeaways you get, you actually integrate it. You start on that journey so that, we all can together collectively move to the higher consciousness. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel in case if you really love the episode today, and also share it with the people whom with you think that, it's going to resonate with them. And we are going to see you in the next episode with another exciting topic. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.